conscience served as my warning of means to an end of this beautiful morning. The life of rejoining, displayed as a sure thing, could take me away from the life I'm enjoying recently.
To think about this before I really start to get into it, because this is the most important thing. I came up with a tagline with a consultant for my career, and we kind of used it for branding and stuff, and I put it on a lot of my stuff now. And it's Nick Marzock is, when you think of his music, it's a passion of rock with the spirit of soul. And so I do believe in being passionate about what you do, because man, if you find something, like if you're like an accountant or something, if I was sitting behind a desk job and didn't enjoy it, I feel like I would be miserable. And I'm the kind of personality that likes to get out and do things and kind of be in the spotlight. So it is such a huge passion of mine, because music is, to me, everything. It's my key to living a successful life, which to me is, having family and raising them in a very comfortable upbringing. And so music is my way of doing that and still really enjoying what I do. So it's everything. And so because of that, I am unbelievably passionate about it. And I think the most important thing, just like an actor kind of gets into their role and really gets into the lines they're doing and prepares for it, I think music's the same way. So whenever I go to a show, you have to really be, whether you're playing for one person or you're playing for 20,000 people, every song needs to sell the exact same. You have to put the same amount of heart and soul into it. And a lot of times people come up to me after shows and that's what they recognize. And they don't say anything about, your guitar was great, or your singing was great, but they say you were extremely passionate every song you sang, and that's awesome. That's what I want to come away with.
And the crazy thing is that his music is only, one side of the story. He does, I don't know if you've ever seen, he does incredible pictures. It's like drawings, pencil drawings. He's done people like Brett Kiesel, Troy Polamalu. They're incredible. They look like a complete photograph. It's amazing, his talent level, even in drawing, and that's not even music, so yeah. It's really cool because most kids, they go to high school and they get to play their instrument. It's really fun, jazz band, symphonic band, all that kind of stuff. And but most kids don't get to do the whole play gigs thing, like the hard rock and stuff. And because of Nick, I got to do that, and it's something that I'm really, I guess, proud of in my life. And he's so passionate about what he does, and I think that's a major driving factor in making us all do better as musicians. We practice, not a whole lot though, and it's kind of crazy because when we all get up there, it's kind of just we're feeding off each other. And it's a lot of improv, or just, hey, you solo, or you play the riff here, And it's just really fun that we can do that without a whole lot of practice. We just are kind of musicians making music on stage.
Let's give Anthony DeLuca a hand on that saxophone.
I write from the heart, and once again, bringing the passion into it. I have an extreme passion for writing, and that's kind of that's the cogito, if you will, of what the artist needs to be. You need to at the very base of your foundation, you need to be a good writer, and that's kind of the point of being a musician, in my opinion. The performance is nice, but especially in today's world where performance is down, you need to have really good songs that you write and go on the radio and whatnot. So that's kind of my focus most of the time, and then the performance is almost like another life that I have.
Try to feel the magic on their own. Yeah.
The hardest song I ever had to write was a song that I felt I needed to write. One of my best friends in the world, Shannon Quayle, she was, I grew up with her, and she lived down the street, and the Quayles are still very close with us. But she passed away in a car accident a couple years ago, and that was an exception to what I was talking about with writing immediately. I wanted to write. I wanted to kind of take it in. Excuse me. I wanted to take in all my emotions and figure out what I wanted to write about. So I waited a couple months, and I ended up writing a song called Beneath Your Wings, and that was without question the hardest song I ever had to write and perform, because the first time I ever performed it was in front of her family, and it was very emotional, and I still get a little emotional whenever I sing it, and it's just a very special song that I'm glad I wrote, and I hope that I keep singing for as long as I'm doing music, and I also hope that a lot of people relate to it too, with whenever they lose loved ones or something.
Music is kind of a thing that, for me at least, and I know there are a lot of people that can relate to it, probably on stage, but it can give you the absolute highest of highs, and it will give you the lowest of lows the next day.
I'm excited to see where music takes me. I want to do this for a living, and I hope that I can. But I mean, only time will tell, and that's up to the fans. That's up to everybody who kind of determines the industry right now. It's a different world than it used to be, and hopefully I survive in it.